the Artist Interrogations Podcast.
Hey, how's it going?
It's going, man. How are you?
I'm doing fantastic. Thank you so much for joining me while you're on tour with Great American Ghost.
Yeah, not a problem, man. Thanks for having me.
Yeah. You guys are in Toronto right now, right?
No, actually, the Toronto show got canceled.
Oh.
So we have an off day today in between. What did we play last night? Detroit and Buffalo.
That'd be a weird life to not know where you've been or where you just were type of thing, like just going all over the U.S., you know? I always feel bad.
Oh, it's been a long tour.
I've talked about it with other artists before about how, Corey Taylor messed up by saying, "What's up, Oregon?" to Pocatello, Idaho. And I talked with Caleb Shomo of Beartooth about that whole thing too. And sometimes he has to ask behind the scenes. I mean, I would also mess it up too.
Yeah.
I would feel horrible.
Oh yeah, I'd be asking all the time, checking master tour, just making sure.
And you guys are getting close to the end of the tour, which is almost like perfect timing because winter is kind of here, but also not really here. Like everyone here in Idaho is like, where's the snow? I mean, knocking on wood. I'm kind of glad that we have nothing as of yet. But has the snow been a bother for you guys on tour?
Thankfully, not yet. I mean, like I said earlier, today we're on an off day. We're, I think, just outside of Cleveland, and it is snowing. So today's the first day we've really had to deal with it, which, again, knock on wood, I'm thankful for.
How's the driver? Who's driving the vehicle for you guys?
So our drummer Manny has handled most of the driving shifts on this run.
Oh man, I'm hoping, is he the most skilled?
Yes, he has a CDL, Class A, baby.
Oh yeah, he got to, because
he might join us here in a minute. I know he ran inside real quick. He might join us.
Oh, fantastic! That'd be awesome. Yeah, I know. I saw some post from the band Norma Jean. They were going down the I-80, and it looked like Hoth from Star Wars. It was just snow. They couldn't make the Boise or Salt Lake City show. So you guys were just in Salt Lake City towards the end of November, like November 23rd.
Yes, we were.
Yeah.
And the weather wasn't that bad. I'm really thankful we've gotten lucky on this run so far.
Yeah, do you guys, like, when it comes to touring in the winter, is it somewhat of a gamble to do so? Like, just because you're like, well, we could make most of these dates, but also the snow could prevent us from performing and making money.
Yeah, I guess it kind of is weather dependent. I mean, we'll take the tour in wintertime. You know what I mean? We're not really going to turn down a tour just because it's in the winter, but, it is weather dependent. If it starts getting real rough, oh, here he is, the man.
Oh, perfect.
If it starts getting rough, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I feel like Manny can usually handle it. Of course I can handle it.
Manny, we were just bragging about your driving skills, about how you can drive in the snow and all of that. I've been petrified ever since I was in a car accident last winter. I was at a stoplight, and when you stop on snow and you start to slide, you have to pump the brakes, and that's the scariest thing for me. So I pumped the brakes. Luckily, I stopped, but the 16-year-old behind me just rear-ended my car, and ever since then, it's been kind of just like, okay, I'm not only worried about myself, but I'm also worried about other drivers now wrecking my vehicle again.
Yeah, I feel like once you get into one wreck, dude, it's just a mental thing after that. Like, you're just always cautious about every little thing at that point.
Is it selfish of me to want to be like, you know what? I should just get Uber Eats and not go out myself. I should just get other people to drive for me.
Yeah, I feel bad for them sometimes too.
Yeah.
I think I've had them deliver in a snowstorm before, and it was probably not the nicest thing to do to somebody.
Hey, you gotta eat, man. You gotta eat.
Yeah, you have to. But I want to talk about the album with you guys. Obviously, I mean, I heard, for what it's worth, I forgot exactly when. I think when it first came out, and I just was immediately hooked. And then I played it for my feature, Peach's Pick of the Day. I do at 2 p.m. to kickstart the afternoon show. I just had to start, because it's such a nice, heavy track that you're like, okay, let's just start off the afternoon show with something that just gets people going. I don't know if they were on the afternoon commutes, if people driving around were just, like all of a sudden flooring it out there. But yeah, people seem to enjoy it, and the entire album and everything was dark. How long did it take you guys to put this whole album together?
A long time.
A long time. I think the writing process was, it was ongoing, but I would say it was probably around like 3 years from like start to finish. Some of these songs were written a long time ago, and they were just reworked several times until we really got to the finishing product. Like, for what it's worth, was one of those songs that we wrote like the main riffs to that song probably 2.5, 3 years
So
ago,
long.
and not it wasn't until we got to the studio that we really like finished the chorus part of it and things like that, where it finally came together after all this time. But it was a long process for sure.
But when it comes to that process and rewriting the whole thing, who makes that like well, I mean, like when you have the original chorus and then you go, okay, let's just chuck that out and like sort of put in this new one. Like, how is that like a majority rules type of voting process, or how does the whole songwriting thing go?
I would say, if I'm being honest, a lot of it comes down to just like me and Manny will be bouncing ideas off of each other. We'll put down a chorus and we'll sit on it for a week or two. And, at the time we record it, we might be like, oh, this is totally fucking sick. That's the one. But after we sit on it for a little bit, we'll come back and we're like, you know what? We feel like we could do a little bit better. And then just try and up the bar a little bit. So, it really comes down to just like sitting on it for a few minutes and just like, coming to terms with like, okay, what can we do better? Can it be better? And, yeah. It's just like, oh, sorry, go ahead.
No, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to cut you off there. I could only imagine you guys write a song and then another band comes out with a song that sort of sounds similar, and they just get trashed by the fan base. You're like, okay, you know what? Let's redo this entire track overall, type thing. Oh, that'd be funny.
Honestly, I mean, I wouldn't even say like for this record specifically, we were not trying to appease anybody. This record was for ourselves. We wanted to like go back and just write whatever we felt like writing for this record is what it was. It wasn't like, oh, we need to be more of this, or we need to do this, and we don't sound like this anymore. It was literally just like, what are we like? And
let's write
we're
what we
gonna
want to write.
record that.
Yeah.
And that's what you have to do, though, kind of. It's like it would be completely horrible just to be like that, like radio rock band. I hate the whole term, but I would hate to be that like octane core type band where like I'm being told what to write as an artist type of thing. So I'm glad you guys honestly just went with what you wanted to do, because the whole album, I've been listening to it on repeat this entire time, and just the whole like you can literally start the album with "No God to Me." It just goes from 0 to 60 in like 3 seconds, and I hear that like. I don't want to say this as an insult, but it has like that wage war sound to it. Like it's really good. Did you guys want to, as a whole, when you were talking about how you wanted to write what you wanted to write, did you want to make it as angry and aggressive as you could?
Yeah, I mean, a lot of Harrison's lyrics, and I don't want to speak for you, but like, a lot of them are just like about being angry about the world right now and kind of the state that everything is in.
Yeah.
And it just kind of fit the instrumentals that I was writing, and they kind of just went together hand in hand. It was pretty like seamless the way that we linked together on it.
Yes, sir. Yeah, most of the lyrical content is a lot of like venting, a lot of like personal headspace type stuff. I've been saying like with the state of the world, within the last 5, 6, 7 years, you know what I mean? I've got a lot of pent up aggression about it. So I just tried to put pen to paper, and yeah, and like you said, I don't take an insult to being compared to Wage War. I don't see what the problem is. I really like the last Wage War record.
Yeah, we're all like, Wage War is like at the top of I would say all of our influences. They're up there for us. Like, we are a big Wage War fan, Fit for a King fan. Like, we just love like metalcore. Honestly, at this point, like that's our thing.
And yeah, the whole sound, like I mentioned, is just awesome. And I was gonna ask, because I believe one of you guys, was it Manny that just bought you? Manny, you just bought like your first home, or somebody else in the band that just bought their first home? It was you, right?
Yeah, I bought my first home about 3 weeks before we left for tour, and I said, "Good luck, wife. Hold it down."
I saw that and I was like, is that too stalkerish to talk about on the interview? Because I don't want to have a Nardwar moment where I'm just like, I know exactly these things, are like asking personal details, but
yeah, no, dude, it's crazy to buy a house. I mean, it's been years of saving up. It took a lot to buy a house, in this economy and everything that's going on. So I got lucky. My mortgage is like barely more expensive than my rent was. So it made sense, and I got lucky.
I can't imagine, as somebody who's making a living touring in an era of like merch cuts and low streaming payouts, and now also AI coming into play as well. I don't want to be like the future's doomed for you guys, but at the same time, like it's it's bleak with how AI is sort of making its way into the music industry. And then you have people like Teddy Swims who are like, it's a beautiful tool to use. Are you guys entirely against AI? How concerned are you about AI's impact on the industry?
I just think I think it's a little bit unfair to the artists that really put a lot of effort into their stuff. Like, we'll listen to it and we'll make jokes about it. Like, there's some funny stuff out there. There's some like serious stuff, but I feel like anybody could really go and like AI create an entire album, put it up on Spotify. And I mean, we've seen it firsthand. There's been like AI projects where like within a span of a month, they have like millions of monthly listeners, and whoever made that's getting paid from that. You know what I mean? So it's like, I just think it's a little bit unfair to the artists that are actually putting a lot of time and effort into their music. I don't know how it'll work out long term. I don't know. I don't think that far ahead, but
I think AI, if you use it as a tool instead of like a crutch, it could be useful. If you use AI, say you're coming up with melodies and you hear something, you put in AI, it spits you out a melody. You shouldn't take that melody and just go, all right, this is it, 100%. But if it gives you an idea to run with, I don't think that that's a problem. But I think when people use it as, yeah, let me start an entire AI band and upload this, then I think that's an issue. For sure.
I could feel like with copying like the melody or like working off that is like almost copying off the smartest kid in class type of thing, where you're like, okay, that's a good idea. Let me use that real quick and sort of work my way off of that. What I've been using the AI for is hilarious, because sometimes if I don't like somebody, I'll just like write a whole chat GPT prompt and I'll be like, give me a diss track based off of these details I just gave you. And then I just send that diss track to that person because I can't rap for crap,
And then boom, it's done.
I mean, like, we all take influence from bands. I mean, if you like, if something AI wrote gives you an idea to write something better, then that's cool, because we all listen to let's say we're listening to Wage War and they give us an idea for a song. That's kind of the same thing. But when you take the whole thing and you copy it, then it's not really doing what it should be used for.
Right. Well, yeah, I wanted to talk also about, I jumped into you guys' AMA on the metalcore subreddit about a month ago. And someone was asked, how were you able to get Chris from like Moths to Flames on the record? And you mentioned that you were selecting features as you went. How did you approach writing a song and deciding, yeah, you know what, we would love to have Chris on this specific track?
I think it was more so we just had like a list of people that we were like, okay, let's shoot for this person. You know what I mean? I don't know. I don't think it was necessarily song specific. I mean, maybe Travis from Colorblind on For What It's Worth was kind of song specific, but like, other than that, I really think it was just having a list of people that we've always wanted on one of our songs and just trying to get them on there.
Yeah, we played a couple shows with like Moths to Flames 5-6 years ago now. That was the first time we met Chris in person. He was a super nice dude. And I mean, we all grew up listening to like Moths, so like it was just a cool kind of bucket list thing to have on our record. Just somebody that we grew up to as an influence and looked up to him, so it was cool to have him on a song.
I can only imagine having that list and you have that first person that you want, and then you have like 4 other people behind that person, and you're like, okay, the first 4 people said no. You are plan E, like like it's just being like.
When James Hetfield said no, then we kind of had to move on.
You should definitely just like send a letter to James Hetfield to be like, please, just maybe if you could,
Please.
just to see if like somehow, some way, you just shoot your shot with like every legend in the business, just to see if they would maybe team up with you.
Might land one of them, maybe.
Yeah,
get lucky.
I would love to hear a Downswing song with Brian Johnson of AC/DC. Like, just please make that happen. Just him out of nowhere, and you have to like slow the song down to kind of just kind of make it easier for him.
The drums to 4 on the floor.
Yeah. Oh, that's great. I also wanted to talk about the production for the latest album. I don't want to butcher this guy's name. I see his last name. Is it Deleese? Is that how you say it?
Yeah.
Jonathan,
Yes.
Jonathan Deleese, because I know I was looking him up and I was like, what other stuff has he worked on? And I saw it was 156 Silence, People Watching, and like Levels Pulse
Yeah.
and all that, and a whole bunch of crazy projects. I mean, you guys have been working with Jonathan for how long? Like for this, because I thought I saw something about like you guys have been working with him for like 5 years.
Yeah.
It's been about that. Our last, I think, 3 releases have been through Jonathan, so it's been a while now.
Oh, yeah.
That's awesome.
He's really helped us. He's really helped us kind of work out the kinks when it comes to the songs and stuff like that. He's kind of pushed us to find who we are and like what we really want, and then like accentuate the little details of our songs, which, I feel like 5 years ago when we were writing, we didn't really think about that in like true depth. And with his help, I mean, it's been incredible working with him. He absolutely kills it.
Yeah, and he's a producer too that will really push you. I mean, if there's a part that he doesn't think is good, he's gonna tell you that it's not good and we need to rewrite it. And having somebody like that in the studio is really helpful, because I mean, every musician's gonna think their song is perfect until you show it to somebody else, and then they're gonna be able to help you elevate it.
Yeah, and 156 Silence, when they released People Watching, that received a lot of great feedback, and then also your guys' album and Everything Was Dark also received a lot of awesome feedback. And so it's awesome to see you guys also gaining that recognition for the hard work you've put in for the past couple of years for this album. And I'm just glad that also I've been able to play a couple of the tracks. I'm playing the one, I'm now drawing a blank when it comes to the title. It's one with Cane Hill.
Oh, Letting Go.
Yes, I'm playing that one today for my pick of the day today, just because it's like I was listening to the full album, like I want to play something different because I've already played For What It's Worth and I think a few other tracks but this one I really also enjoy Cane Hill, so I'm like I had to put this on the air too to really spread the word. So
yeah, thank you for playing it, man.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, no, of course. I was kind of I was gonna make a joke too, trying to do research for this interview. When you look up Downswing on Spotify or Google, you get a whole bunch of like golf podcasts and tutorials, and it sucks.
Let's scroll through all those first. Yeah.
But well, thank you guys for joining me on your off day. We can't wait to just I'm actually going to try to buy the record on vinyl because I really want to play this on my record player at home. And Everything Was Dark. I'm hoping to spread the word also about that album to everybody in the K-Bear Rock Army. So
thank you so much, man. Thanks for having us.
Yeah.